Hello and welcome to Bert's Imperfect Bakes, the channel where it's okay to not bake perfectly every time. I'm Bert and this week is a birthday special because I'm going to be making a birthday cake for my mum. I'm going to make a vegan lemon cake with different elements, so we'll have the cake, lemon curd filling and coconut cream filling. First of all, we're going to start with making the lemon curd so it has time to cool, and then I'll get on with the cake and then the filling of coconut cream. To make the lemon curd, add some sugar and cornflour to a pan and then decide on which whisk you want to use. I've gone for the small one. Give that a little bit of a mix and then have some lemons, juggle with some lemons, drop the lemons and put the juice of 3 lemons and the zest of 2 into the saucepan. Try not to grate your hand as you're grating the zest. Drop the lemon in the pan and then have to wash it because it's covered in lemon juice. And then don't re-grate with the whisk, obviously the grater. Juice those last 2. Gently does it. Pour in the dairy-free milk. I'm using oat milk. And then whisk away. Swap to the bigger whisk. Now you have to whisk this for 5 minutes constantly. Seems like quite a long time. I set a timer on my watch and just whisked. Smell it occasionally. Smells very lemony. Add a bit of cornflour, extra cornflour that is, because it wasn't quite thickening. Rest your hand, a little bit of a stretch. Keep whisking. Add a bit more cornflour. And there you go. I also reset my timer for another 5 minutes so that it would have longer to thicken up. There you go, that's thickening nicely. Give it a little taste. Excellent lemon flavour. And then add it to a container to cool. Now for the actual cake, we're going to get some butter and some sugar into a bowl and whisk it with my electric whisk. Makes quick work of the job. Add the dairy-free milk. Keep whisking. At this point it looked like it was curdling, so I quickly added my flour via the sieve and my bicarbonate of soda. Carry on whisking and create a massive dust cloud all over your kitchen. Then decide to get a spatula to mix everything a little bit better before continuing with the electric whisk. Add the lemon juice and lemon zest. Apple cider vinegar or white vinegar and some vanilla. A little pinch of salt and give it another whisk. Your spatula to wipe down the sides and get your pre-prepared baking trays. 2 8-inch round cake tins covered with butter and baking paper. Fill them equally and then pop them in the oven to bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. Mine were baking for 28 minutes precisely. When they come out, get a cake tester and see if it comes out clean. Voila! Now for decoration. I'm using a cake board, so I placed my base onto the cake board and then added the lemon curd. Spread that into a nice thin layer. And then to make the coconut cream, you get coconut milk, which has been refrigerated for at least 2 or 3 days beforehand, and pop that into a bowl with some icing sugar and vanilla and give it a good whisk. Before I whisked this one, I mashed it around a bit with the spatula so I didn't create another dust cloud all over the kitchen. Whisk it till it's nice and thick and no longer drippy, a bit like a meringue consistency. There you go, pop it into a piping bag. You don't have to, you can just spread it on, but I thought I'd be a bit fancy. And then pipe onto the base layer on top of the lemon curd. Not all the way to the edge, so it doesn't squelch out the sides when you put the top on. And then add the top layer. And do the same again. Get some lemon curd, spread that around. And then add the last of the coconut cream. So this 1 tin of coconut milk is just enough for 1 cake. And then I decided piping didn't look great, so I spread it out instead. Looked much better. Now for the final bit, a bubble wrap outer collar for the cake. Melt some white chocolate. And then paint some clean new bubble wrap with the white chocolate. It also helps to measure your bubble wrap to your cake specifications to make life easy, as you'll see in a moment. This wasn't quite the right size. I realised I had to take it off, cut it down in half, and then put 2 halves around the cake. Like so. Some assistance from husband there. And then pop that in the fridge to set completely. The bubble wrap chocolate partially worked, as you can see. Definitely needs more chocolate around the other side though. I'll just keep it this way for the time being. Add more chocolate if you're going to do that. I only had 100 grams, so you need at least 200 grams I think. And measure your bubble wrap correctly. I can't eat this one obviously because I need to give it to my mum for her birthday. But I'll keep you posted. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell button. And if you have any suggestions for anything you might like me to make, please put them in the comments below. See you next time. This is Mother with the delightful vegan lemon cake with coconut cream. Homemade lemon curd.
Lovely. That green and gorgeous.
Do you approve?
Oh yes.
You're not a fan of white chocolate, but that's white chocolate.
Let me have a taste of that. It's gorgeous.
You're welcome.